due process to you? Because I'm surprised you're saying this, knowing full well that a couple of weeks ago we had you here in the studio, leading up to the governorship election. You were speaking on the side of the governor, your party,
of course,
saying why, telling people why they should vote your party. But now you're saying that, well, the process is fraught with irregularities.
Certainly. Now, I supported the governor. But that does not mean that if he's doing something wrong, I should not be able to tell him. Because if nobody is able to tell him that you are doing something wrong, then that means we're in trouble in the state. So he could just wake up overnight and decide to do things, and nobody will say, Mr. Governor, I don't agree with you. And that is the position most of the people have taken. They've resigned to faith so quickly. And I said, look, this process is not the way it should be. Even if you want consensus, there are ways you can do it. You cannot just go on stage, call people, and announce the names of people that you are sending, even to the National Assembly. And I said, look, so why are we in politics? What are we in politics for? And I said, look, you must allow this process, because otherwise there will be protest votes, and it will hurt the party.
Just a moment, though. If your name had been there, do you think that you would have protested?
If my name had been there?
Yeah.
Let me tell you one thing. I'm
assuming, actually, that your name is not there.
No, it didn't even mention names of people in the Senate. But my fear, if you put my name there, and I won't get the votes, and the people are so angry, the grassroots people are so angry with you, and people are, you know, we have opposition party. So what use is my name being there if we don't follow a due process that will allow people to feel a sense of belonging, that at least I went for a primary, I lost decently. And we can talk to those people and appeal to them. But when you now say, these are your candidates, and others just got completely depressed. So that is the issue. I have never discussed for him to pick me. I told him, give me a free and fair election with my opponent. Do not go and be supporting somebody. I've never told him one day, Mr. Governor, give me a ticket, even though we had discussions along those lines before he became governor. You know, because
it would seem that the governors are really extremely powerful in the sense that, you know, you really need their support to be able to make it anywhere within the party. And that if a governor says, look, you would, let's say Sulaiman, you will be the next member of the House of Representatives representing your own local government or your own area.
If your party wins.
The chances, it would seem that the chances are really, really bright that you might make it. That's why a lot of people will protest. Otherwise, if people are not satisfied with the list, or they think that what the governor has done is totally untenable, you would think that they would see how they can do that. Or are you saying that the primaries have been cancelled? Is that what you're saying?
No, the primaries have just been postponed, not cancelled. Now, we had a protest. We wrote, we saw the appeal committee, and we gave facts. Everybody that voted in a Ekiti local government who had the original papers, nobody came to pick them up. We were busy writing the list in Ekiti. So I told them to videotape the whole process, because I knew I was expecting it. And that they had videos, they had everything recorded. We took it to them in Abuja. I don't expect anything good out of that. Because, like you have noticed, the governors are very powerful. They control the wallet of the state. And people are really so poor. That is the major problem. And you cannot compete with the governor if it comes to dishing money around. So that's why I was wondering, why would you just go and announce when you have other means of getting your candidates to be the winner?
So you think that this strength that the governors wield is not new?
No. It's part of those things. The Constitution will begin to address them.
It's gradual of the party.
Yeah, not even of the party. The country's constitution.
Okay.
You see, when you say this is what you can do, this is what you can do. I mean, you can imagine a governor in America standing up, putting the list of those who represent the Democratic Party or the Republican Party and announcing it. How many people will put it to him and give it to him straight?
Why I ask that question is that if it's not new, how is it that it's taken this long for you and those who are protesting against this to wake up to begin to protest the powers that they wield?
No, the protest has always been there. It has always been there. It's just that when you protest and the thing gets to Abuja, the governor goes there. He talks to the officials, you understand this regular body movement. It is not the same in an advanced democracy. Now, when you complain and nothing comes out of it, the only other option is for people to sit back and ensure that those candidates do not win at the general election. That is why you could have, Ekiti is very peculiar. You could have different kind of situations. That's what I'm saying. We want to work, we want our party to enjoy this victory for a while. I think it's too early in the day, for us to throw away the goodwill that the PDP that we built in Ekiti. So for me, it's not about myself. Since I told the governor that this is my position, it's left to him, whatever he wants to do with the primaries. So if he goes there and he carries the people to his office to go and write the primaries, there are processes. Whether the judiciary would continue or, I say, okay, this is what is written down. This is the law. This is where this should take place. And if you go around to go and carry that process outside the recognized venue, then there must be consequences. So for us, it's a question of continuing to work towards making corrections for a better democracy and for a better country.
Let's just say the governor, the party leadership, as you say, you've taken your complaint to Abuja.
Of course.
Let's assume that Abuja does not prevail on the governor to rescind his decision, and they, in quote, as you said, they write the results of the primaries at the location chosen by the governor. Let's say your name is there. Would you still feel bad?
If I win, it's not that. I must have an election. When I have an election,
is an election.
I want to see a process. You see, this is not, it's not really about me. I bear the name senator for life. So if I go there 4 or 5 times, it doesn't make any difference. If it goes with the people is pushing forward, I know if they stay there for 20 years, they can have my kind of name. And that is what I'm protecting. It's not about me.
Your party,
the PDP.
People. Yeah, the PDP. Does the PDP have this complaint? Because when people complain, you're talking about lack of internal democracy, interference from the governor. That's your allegation now in the process. Have you sent any complaint to your party?
Of course.
What's the response?
Complaint. As a matter of fact, before these things were implemented, I sent a text to the chairman of the party, I sent to the deputy chairman, I sent to those people that I believe can even get my complaint across to Mr. President. So I sent to the principal secretary.
Now you're talking about Mr. President. You would agree as a PDP member that this is very key that some of these issues and bickering complaints be looked into as you move towards the election, because it just might cost your party some of its votes in the next election.
You see, that is why I was wondering. I said my governor does not need this. You have won an election massively. We all work for you. So the best is let everybody go to the field, and whoever is the people's choice should emerge. It's that simple. He does not need this problem at all.
Just a statement you made when you first of all started giving your position. You said that if he had stayed 2 years or thereabout, he can then begin to wield this structure that he's wielding, but he's just been there 2 weeks.
Yes.
Do you think that there is a battle of sorts between the powers that be within the PDP before the governor defected and came in and won, and the governor himself, trying to say that I'm still the man that I am, and I'm not a novice in these games. I know the powers that I should wield, and I'm going to wield them effectively.
Well, I don't think it's part of the party's constitution that one person should wield. If it is there, it needs to be amended. Should wield such powers. You are the governor. And as governor, you allow people, they have a ward chairman, you have ward executives, you have all that. So the moment you have your person there, That is what I expected him to come in and do as a governor at this point in time. Because now he's still holding grudge that some people did not support him at one time or the other. But for me, everybody worked for him. Everybody. Otherwise, the most disappointing aspect is that the person that the governor is actually giving the structure to for my senatorial district did not even win his ward. During that popular election that we all had for Fayose, he could not even win his ward. So how do you want to go and impose somebody who will not have the people's vote? How will the party win?